Hello, you are welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial we are going to be talking on how I make this kimono gown. This is a kimono gown with an eyelet in the front just for the design. So I'll be showing you in details of how I cut and sew it from beginning to the end. So if today is the first time of watching my YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and please don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I posted the video. After the tutorial, if there's anything you don't understand in the tutorial, you can just comment in the comment section, and I promise I'm going to answer you sincerely. So for this tutorial, we are going to be using our Ankara fabric. So for this style you are watching on the screen right now, I use just 2 yards of Ankara fabric with half yard of doll face, though I don't finish the half yard of the doll face, but let's say half yard of doll face. So this is it. This is the Ankara. I already cut it out. This is it. So back and front, you don't need to add any zip allowance to the back and front. You don't need that. Just cut out your normal body measurement and add 3 inches to it each before you start to do anything. So now to the shoulder measurement. Our shoulder is 15 plus half inch, so I have 8 here. Our shoulder is 15 plus half inch, so I have 8. So I'm going to repeat the same thing here as well. 8 is 16. That 16 is plus sewing allowance, you understand. Then we are going to do our shoulder slants. So that is that. Then to the bust measurements, our bust is 35 divided by 4 will give us 8.5 plus 2 inch sewing allowance. Can you see that? Plus 2 inch. Yes, you are going to add your 2 inch to the measurements. Now I'm going to measure out the half length of 15. This is the half length. From the half length to our hip, I'm going to measure 7. This is 7. So now our hip is 36. 36 divided by 4 will give us 9. 36 divided by 4 will give us 9. Then I'm going to add my 2 inch sewing allowance to that as well. Now to the waistline, to the waist measurement. Our waist is 28. This is 28 plus our 2 inch sewing allowance. So you are going to make sure that you add your 2 inch sewing allowance. Though when you are sewing it, you are not going to be sewing exactly a measurement since it's a free gown, you understand. So I'm just going to be sewing it with half an inch, you understand. So now to the neckline. This is very, very important. I want you to pay attention. So I use 2.5 by 1. 2.5 by 1 inches for the back. That is for the back. 2.5 by 1 inches. Then for the shoulder slant, I use half inch and quarter. That is what I use for the shoulder slant. Now to the neckline, I use 2.5 by 1 for the neckline. That neckline I am talking about is for the back, you understand. That neckline is for the back. So this is it. So let's cut it out. Let's cut it out. Let's cut the two together. We're going to cut the two necklines together, because we are still going to be cutting the front neckline. But first of all, let's cut it out. Can you see that? Let's cut the body out as well. So by the time I'm going to be sewing it now, I'm going to be sewing it with just half an inch so that the gown will be free. I'm not going to be sewing my exact measurements there, no. So this is it now. Now the next thing you are going to do now is you are going to be using 1.5. I'll be minusing, yes, I'll measure 1.5 all through till down 1.5. So this 1.5 that I'm going to remove from this, then I'll connect it. I'll connect the 1.5. I'll connect it to that place. No, let me measure my 1.5 complete here. Yes, 1.5. Yes. So that's how I'm going to like connect it, and I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to cut this piece that I just struck, this 1.5 piece. I'll be cutting it out from this measurement. Let's cut it out together. Can you see that? So this is what we have. The next thing we are going to do now is I'm going to like cut out a straight line. I'll be cutting a black doll face now. I'll be cutting 4.5 by the length of the clothes. Whatever you are using for the length of the clothes is what I'll be cutting for the doll face that I'm going to be using to replace that 1.5 that I use. I'll be cutting 4.5. So by the time I fold it, it will be 2.25. By the time I fold it, it will be 2.25. So to the sleeve now, to the sleeve that I'm going to be using, let's cut out our sleeve. Since we are using a short sleeve, for the sleeve is, for the band is 14. Then I add 1 inches to the band for sewing. So this is what, let's notch it aside. So this is what we have. So now we are back to sewing. So what I did was that I placed the good side of the doll face facing the bad side of the Ankara fabric. That is what I just did. Then this is how I always turn my own whenever I want to add anything to my sleeve or to anything down. Let's say I want to add anything to the down of a cloth. This is how I always do it. Then I'll place it right now. I'm just going to top stitch on there. So this is it. This is for the sleeve. I don't know why the thread is cutting like this. So this is the back view. This is it. This is the back and this is the front. So that is that about that. That is for the sleeve. This is how I'm going to leave the sleeve. So now, I know I told you when we were cutting it that I'm going to cut the doll face very long one, that I'm going to cut 4.5 by, our length is 37, right? 37 times 2, that is the length. So 37 times 2, that will give us 74 rather. 37 times 2 will give us 74. So I'm going to like cut 4.5 by 74. So first of all, I'm just stitching this straight down. So I'm going to stitch this straight down. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to join the shoulder of our body. I'm going to join the shoulder of the fabric. Let's join the shoulder. So this is it after joining the shoulder. The next thing we are going to do now is to join. I'm going to start from the down part. Is to join the, let's join our piece, our plain material. So I'm going to be sewing it from the good side. Yes, this is the Ankara is from the good side. So I'm going to be sewing it now. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to top stitch it. Basically, you can decide not to top stitch it, but me, I always do a little bit of top stitch so that it will give me what I want. So I'm just going to stop stitch it now. After that, I'm going to fix the sleeve and fix our highlights, and you are good to go. Your dress is ready. But before that, let's see how I'm going to do all those things I said earlier, one after the other. So the next thing I'm done with that. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take my body measurement. So like I said earlier, I said that I'm going to be using 1/2 inch to take the body measurements. I'm not going to take exactly the measurements of my customer because this is a free gown. This is a free gown, so I don't need to take exactly the person measurement. So plus the 2 inch I added for the sewing allowance, I just took 1/2 inch. You understand? So after taking the body measurement, I'm going to fix the sleeve, which I'm doing right now. I'm fixing the sleeve right now. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take my measurements. The measurements I'll be using for the eyelet. So I'm going to be using 2 inches apart. So that is what I'm measuring here. I'm going to measure 2 inches. So from the shoulder, I leave 10 inches. From the shoulder to the breast point, I leave 10 inches from the shoulder. Then I started to measure 2 inches, 2 inches. Then from the down, I leave 7 inches. Depending on your choice, you can decide to do it till down. So that one is not a problem. So I'll be showing you how I'm going to do the highlights one after the other. So I'm going to be putting the highlights one after the other now. So I'm just fixing it just to see how it's going to look. So this is it. I'll start fixing the eyelet now. I'm going to cut it. This is how I used to cut it, just little. So this is okay. So this is it. I already fixed eyelet on this side. I already fixed the eyelet here. So now let's fix it here. So I'll be showing you how I'm going to fix it now. I'll be showing you like 2 or 3 pieces. So I'll now fold it into 2. So I'm going to be putting it in the middle. So I'll fold it into 2 and I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to cut it out. I'll cut it, just cut it small. It's better if you cut it small, and if it's not coming out, you can later cut it a little bit. But if you cut it big, that's problem. If the hole is too big. So let's work with this first before we continue. This is our highlight machine. This is what we have. So I'm going to I'm going to put this one inside. This is our highlight, this thing. Then I'm going to place the good side at the down and place this. Then I'm going to use my hand to do it very well before I put the cover on it. Then this is the cover. Can you see? So this is the cover. So I'm going to be placing it on top now. Then I'm going to press it just once or twice. I'll just press it once or twice, and that's all. So that's it. Just twice. This is what I have. So that's how I'm going to repeat it all through. I'm going to repeat that all through. So that is it. That is how I'm going to do it all through, as I'm going to cut it and start doing it. And after that, I already saw a very straight line, a long rope that I used to lace these clothes. Your clothes is ready, and that is how we have this. If today is your first time of watching my YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching Nifi Clothing. God bless you and I love you. Bye. Do have a nice weekend. Bye.